Hello, my friends. Hello, friends. Hello, family. Hello, strangers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. I love you, and I want to thank you for spending a few minutes with me. My name is Kevin Nez. Man, I love podcasting. It's me and you having a conversation together about life and disability and everything between. Unless you have a nice, professional studio setup, you can afford to, record stuff every day, and a makeup artist that'll make you look pretty and all, happy and shit, like, every day. But when you're little old me, you don't have that at all. Like, if you're watching this on YouTube, you don't think, wow, this guy's a pig. He doesn't shave, he doesn't change his clothes. I do, I promise. I've shaved at least twice or three times in between the time you've seen these podcasts. I just recorded a whole bunch of stuff way in advance. So again, thank you, and I'm not the kind of podcaster who's gonna shy away from being pretty or being not real. I've had a really, really, really awesome day. Like a day you won't forget about for the rest of your life. You literally remember everything you did from beginning to end. It was just that amazing. For some people, it might be their wedding day, the day they had kids. Maybe it's a sad day, the day they lost a family member or a loved one, I don't know. But a day that was just freaking perfect from A to B. I'm gonna make this whole episode just one gigantic story time. On March 4th, 2025, something really, really cool happened to me. To everybody else, it was just Tuesday, because it was just Tuesday. Baseball was played. There was still dumb talk shows on the TV. Kids went to school, did their homework, and people went to work. Guess where I was? Little old me. I was at the joint session of Congress, listening to the joint session of address, or the State of the Union, by President Donald Trump as an invited guest of State Senator Andy Kim for the state of New Jersey. So before anything, thank you, Mr. Andy Kim, for that amazing opportunity. You literally lifted, inspired my heart in ways you'll probably never understand. Maybe this podcast episode will give you guys a glimpse of what it was like to be there. I'm not trying to brag, because I'm not that kind of person, and all, I'm really not. But this is almost like, you know when people get say they are lifted up by aliens, but nobody believes them? It's kind of like that, only in a better, positive way. Because I had a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I'm still 4 months later riding the high. What are we in? 3 months later. You get the idea. So, I had done some advocacy work with New Jersey State Senator Andy Kim back when he was in Congress. For those of you who don't know, there is a policy seminar that takes place every year in Washington, D.C. The first time I went there was back in 2018. He doesn't know this, Senator Andy Kim, but I actually went to his office to do the whole spiel that, disability rights, disability life, the whole 9 yards. I don't mean to make light of it. I did like 5 legislative visits that day. But I wanted to meet Congressman Kim because he was my representative where I'm from, my district. So, I went there, met with the staff as was expected. But what he doesn't know is he was actually leaving the building or the office as we had just walked in. So we had like missed each other. He didn't see me at all. In fact, I think I was already in the meeting with his staff before he left. So he had no idea I was there. Ironic twist. So over COVID, I had done some work with his staff on disability rights, disability culture, stuff like that. To me, it's everyday kind of thing. It was all on Zoom. It was all on webinars, so I didn't think anything of it. That's basically what we did throughout COVID. Again, always with his staff. I think in one meeting he dropped down for like a second or two. But, it wasn't a big deal. It was just another Zoom meeting to me. Fast forward, I had done a meeting with his staff a few months earlier. We had done a voting rights thing because it was election time. He's a newly elected senator to New Jersey. And, so I did a whole voting rights thing. Again, not thinking anything of it. I've done it all the time. His staff calls me. Says, would you like to go with me to the State of the Union? Well, not me personally. Andy Kim's guest, to the State of the Union, to the joint session of Congress. That was the official name. But again, this is little old me. I don't have a job, folks. I don't have a college degree. I legally have less than $2,000 to my name. I've written books, but I don't really get a profit from that. Like, at all. Because people don't read books. So, it's not like I have a gazillion followers. I've done podcasting for years. I think I have total over 200 followers on all podcast platforms. So, this is like Christmas and Hanukkah, New Year's, Valentine's Day, everything in one. Saying, here we go, Kevin, let's go to the State of the Union. So, again, I was in shock. I had this amazing caregiver who will call, for the record, Ms. Sunshine. It's not a romantic thing, folks. She's older than my dad, but she just is the one, like, who gets it and is not afraid to get her hands dirty at the last minute. And this was very last minute. Like, the State of the Union was Tuesday, and we found out on Wednesday before. So 6 days before the event took place that we had to, attend the State of the Union. I thought it was just me, like, do a little press tour, say a few words. No. Ladies and gentlemen, I did press all day. On what? Medicaid rights. Because you know what's going to happen. We know, President Trump is asking Congress to cut approximately, as of this recording, $280 billion from the Medicaid budget over 10 years so he can fund his other policies. Obviously, I need Medicaid to live, as I've said in many previous podcast episodes. So, and let me just back up a second. When I was a kid, we had to, in first grade, dress up as a historical figure and give a speech as that person. All the other kids were, Michael Jordan, Derek Jeter, Scottie Pippen, any singers. One kid was Levi from Levi Jeans. He had all kinds of, jeans. One girl was Helen Keller. She had shades and pretended to be blind. I was George Washington. I've always been civically minded, and even as a kid, I love civics. I love our government. I love our political system. I love it. I think watching C-SPAN is fun. I know. It makes no sense. But I'm a nerd like that. I grew up speaking Spanish. English is my second language. Hey friends, sorry for interrupting the podcast. I need your attention for a quick second. As you probably figured out by now, this is a labor of love. It's just me and Jesus putting this thing together. I've got no major sponsors. I really don't want major sponsors. This is value for value. Whatever value you think you get out of this is what I want back. You can donate directly through PayPal and Cashapp. All the links are in the description below. You can always follow me on social media. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff as well. I've written 2 books, Living Beyond Disability book series. Look that up on Amazon, Living Beyond Disability. I've got a published newsletter for paid subscribers that comes out twice a month on Mondays, every other Monday. My regular blogs that are free go out every single Thursday. Check those out as well. Besides that, just like and share, tell your friends. There's no pressure to do anything at all. With that being said, back to the show. Thanks as always for your time and support. As a kid, because my parents didn't want, I might have said this before, they didn't want me to use ESL English as a second language. They wanted me to learn English the hard way so I could teach them. I did kind of teach them, and also they learned from watching movies. My dad would put the subtitles in English, so we'd have to read the entire dialogue in English and learn English to learn slang and other languages like that. Every single movie, comedy, action, all like ours. So as I'm walking through the halls of Congress, which is amazing, little me walking through the halls of Congress, one of his staff, which brother I love all of them, most sweetest, gentle folks I've ever met. And that's not me, being BSing. That's the honest truth. They asked, does Kevin speak Spanish? Because the senator has never done an interview in Spanish before. And, again, my caregiver, Ms. Sunshine, I'll change her name for the book. Something more creative. I wasn't there yet. Obviously, this is all scatterbrained, but this will all be... I know this is the craziest podcast episode ever. I'll probably lose fans or followers with this podcast is basically one giant rant. Totally not professional at all. But Miss Sunshine was like, yeah, he speaks Spanish fluently. She is a much better marketing person than I am. I do not market myself well at all. So next thing you know, I'm being interviewed by Telemundo. Yes, Telemundo. We had done interviews all day, but it was like, local New Jersey stuff. And yes, this was a local New Jersey affiliate. I was interviewed by a CBS affiliate. I was on CBS, the New Jersey CBS, whatever. Again, amazing experience, but the fact that they asked me to do Telemundo, and I know I said it weird, but that's what we all say, Telemundo. The idea that my grandmother could listen to an interview that I did, because usually when I do something, sorry, can't cry. So usually when I do something, I have to play it twice so she can understand it, or I have to translate for the whole family. Oh my God, Kevin, stop crying. Joe Rogan does not cry on his podcast. Man up. Okay, so this full circle moment. I used to go home and complain I didn't want to speak any more English because I spoke English all day. And there it was, opening a pathway once again to my family and friends in the same language we all grew up speaking. I don't even have words to put together. Going back to Senator Kim, as a person, usually when you meet with a legislator, it's their staff. I spent the whole day with Andy Kim and his staff. We talked about baseball. I showed him pictures of me dressed up as George Washington. We talked about baseball. I was able to show him pictures of me playing baseball as a kid with a disability. So it was literally the moment I was made for. Moments in life that were added up. I've done cool things before, and I know I'll do cool things again. I've been to the White House. I've been less than 5 feet from Joe Biden or Hunter Biden. I was 2 feet from Hunter Biden and 10 feet from President Biden. Yes, I was in the same room with Donald Trump. Again, not throwing shade at Donald Trump. Great historic moment. Great to be in the room. Great to be part of the process. I was in the room when he gave the famous America is Back speech. Yes, the same speech that people got arrested in. But I was way up in the rafters, so don't worry, Grandma, I was safe doing that whole spiel. But again, that whole day had so many full circle just moments. A kid who could not read, who could never learn cursive because the teacher said, oh no, it's too hard for you. I was never given that chance. The kid who was basically told at 18, your life is essentially over because you have to be on Social Security the rest of your life, was able to live a full life that led up to those moments. But I hope you guys could just feel the emotion. I know this little podcast won't be the biggest podcast ever. I won't be Logan Paul ever. I won't be Joe Rogan ever. I won't be Martha Stewart ever. I won't be Snoop Dogg ever. That's fine. I'm fine being little Kevin. The little engine that could. So please, folks, don't give up on your dreams. Because I always wanted to be part of the government process. And I might never move to DC because even though I would love, like, my dream is to, like, leave Jersey and go to DC. Like, come on. Yeah, like, if I had the resources and the contacts, I'm in DC tomorrow. Without like, question. I know it's crazy. People don't understand it, but that's, like, literally, like, Kevin's little dream job. For one day, for a moment, I was part of the process. Thank you guys for listening to this crazy rant. Thank you for being part of the process with me. And have a great day. See you next time.